thank you for gardening with me. I'm Melissa, and today we're going to be planting these iris. My beautiful daughter, Jillian, gave me these irises yesterday. She was dividing her plants, and I couldn't be more thrilled to have them. They're a beautiful yellow color. So today I'm going to show you how to divide iris, how to plant them, and how to care for them as they grow. So this is one of the irises that I'm going to plant today. As you can see, this iris has 3 different plants on it. The center plant is the one that grew the flower this year, and the 2 side shoots are going to be the ones that grow the flowers next year. Now this flowers and it grows on a rhizome. So if you don't know what a rhizome is, it is a type of a root that spreads over the top of the soil and just multiplies generously. Irises are very tough plants, but there's a few things that they do demand, and one of them is that they don't get planted too deep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure all my roots are in the ground, but the very tip of the iris, I'm going to make sure the sun can still get that, and that's what feeds and nourishes your rhizome so that it can grow prolifically for you. What I'm going to do when I plant this one, since the center stalk isn't going to give me any more flowers, I'm going to go ahead and cut that off because I don't want the rhizome to send any more energy to that center plant. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it intact and plant it. I'm going to plant them in a circle. You'll get your flowers from the back side, if you can see the way that it is. So I'm going to plant it with this side facing out so that you can see the flowers very well. Also, iris like full sun, so make sure you plant them in a sunny situation. They don't like to have their feet wet, so make sure that it's a well-drained area where they're not sitting in water very often. And if you just follow those simple tips, divide your iris every 4 years or so, you'll have beautiful flowers that you can pass down for generations. They're a really tough plant, and they will give you beautiful blooms year after year. So here I am in a sunny location getting ready to plant these iris. I have already prepared my bed. I didn't add anything to my soil this time because the soil looks really great, and iris aren't that picky. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and prune off any leaves that are dead or not looking so great. This one I'm going to go ahead and cut off that center stalk that produced the flower this year. That may seem a little harsh. And I'm going to go ahead and take off any of the leaves that are old, brown. There's no need to have any of that on your plant. The rest of these look really good, so I'm going to plant that like it is. This one is nice. It's really big. It's got great roots all to itself. So that one's definitely going to give me a flower next year. Some of the other ones that have side shoots may not give me a flower next year, or they might. So we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and plant these up and show you what that looks like. So I'm just going to do this with my hand because I do have my ground prepared. And I'm going to cover it over a little thicker right now, just until I get it watered in, and then I'll come back and make sure that the top of the rhizomes can have the sun hit them. Good. So those are in nice and tight. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. I was originally going to plant them in a circle, but I ended up planting them in a half circle. Since this bed is a little tilted, they would want to flop over if I didn't do it like this. So I'm going to go ahead and get them watered in really well, and then I'm going to take away the soil off of the top of the rhizome, and I'll come back and show you what that looks like. go. I've watered them in really good. I'm going to give them a little pat. Make sure they're in there nice and firm and behind them. And I'm going to go ahead and expose the top of the rhizome. It's a bit of a muddy mess right now, but hopefully you can see that. Put a little bit more water on top of them. There we have it. So you can see the depth that they're planted at. Planted very shallow. I am going to go ahead and put a little mulch around them. So there we are. We have 3 new plants here, all planted in, nice and shallow in a sunny location. Next year, I'm sure I'm going to get big, beautiful, yellow, double-bearded iris growing from here, and it's just going to be gorgeous. I have probably 10 or 12 more plants that I'm going to be planting around the yard, and I'm just super excited to see what I get next year. Thank you for gardening with me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so you can see all my videos coming up in the future.